Picture this. You've spent weeks preparing. You know your material forwards and backwards. But the second you step into the spotlight, whether it's for a presentation, a tough conversation, or the big game, your mind just floods with 100 reasons why you're about to fail. Your heart starts pounding, your palms get sweaty, and suddenly, that confident, capable person from practice has vanished. That feeling, that sense of your own doubt drowning out your potential, it's one of the most frustrating things in life. But what if confidence isn't about getting rid of doubt? What if you could build a deep, resilient confidence that actually gets stronger under pressure? Here is the step-by-step process to do exactly that. That sinking feeling is all too common. Consider this scenario. Someone has an opportunity that could change their entire career. They're in the final round, pitching to a room packed with senior executives. They've spent a month preparing, rehearsing so much they could recite the whole thing in their sleep. They are so ready. But the moment they stand up and all those eyes are on them, their mind goes completely, terrifyingly blank. The little whisper of doubt they'd been ignoring suddenly becomes a roar. You're not smart enough for this. They see right through you. You're about to bomb. Hard. They stumble through the rest of the presentation like a ghost, a shadow of the person they were just minutes before. And no, they don't get the project. For months after, it's easy to just replay that failure, convinced you're not one of those naturally confident people. It's easy to start believing that confidence is something you're either born with or not. But that belief is dead wrong. A crushing failure can kick off a journey to figure out what confidence really is. And what can be discovered is that true, unshakable confidence isn't a personality trait. It's a skill. And just like any other skill, you can learn it, practice it, and master it. It's not about never feeling doubt. It's about knowing how to perform right alongside it. The real shift happens when you stop trying to wrestle your self-doubt into submission and start building a system to make it irrelevant. You come to realize that rock-solid confidence is built on evidence and action, not on feelings. Here are the exact practical steps that can take you from being paralyzed by doubt to performing at your best, even when the pressure's on. And just to be clear, these aren't fluffy motivational platitudes. They're foundational strategies that will genuinely rewire how you see yourself. Alright, the first and most critical step. You need to become an obsessive collector of evidence. The foundation of all confidence is competence, and you prove competence to yourself through what psychologists call mastery experiences. Now, a mastery experience is just a fancy term for successfully completing a task, no matter how small. Your brain is basically a pattern recognition machine. When it sees you succeed at something over and over, it starts to build a new belief system. It starts thinking, hey, I've done this before. I can do it again. The mistake most people make is that they only count the huge wins and dismiss all the small stuff. But unshakable confidence is built brick by tiny, consistent brick. If you're terrified of public speaking, your first goal isn't giving a TED talk. It's speaking up once in a low-stakes meeting. Or maybe just recording yourself talking for 1 minute. Each time you do it, you collect a piece of evidence. You build your portfolio of proof. A great way to start this is with a brag book. Every single day, write down one thing you accomplished. It could be as simple as, I finally finished that difficult report. Or, I started a conversation with a new colleague. At first, this might feel silly, but after a month, you'll have a list of 30 wins. When that voice of doubt creeps in saying, you can't do this, you have a documented factual record to prove it wrong, you can literally look at your list and say, sorry, but that's just not true. Look at all these things I have done. Confidence isn't built on wishful thinking. It's built on the cold, hard proof of your own past actions. So start small and start collecting your wins. Look, everyone has an inner critic. That annoying voice in your head that loves to magnify your insecurities. The problem isn't that the voice exists. It's that we hand it a microphone and a spotlight. We treat its opinions like facts. So step 2 is to demote your inner critic from an authority figure to a misguided, anxious advisor. Start by giving it a name. Seriously. For example, you might call it the worrier. Naming it creates separation. It's not you. It's just a part of your brain's ancient survival wiring trying to protect you from threats like embarrassment or failure. Once it has a name, you can start talking back to it. When that voice pipes up with, "You're going to mess this up," don't just accept it. Get curious, like a calm detective. Ask it, what evidence do you actually have for that? Realistically, what's the most likely outcome? And hey, even if I do mess up, what could I learn from it? This practice, drawn from cognitive behavioral therapy, helps you rewrite the narrative. You shift from catastrophic thinking to realistic thinking. For example, before a job interview, the worrier might be screaming, "You're going to forget everything and look like a total idiot." Instead of spiraling, you can respond with a calm, rational thought. "Thanks for the heads up. I've prepared. I know my talking points. I might be nervous, and that's fine. I'm just going to focus on connecting with the interviewer and showing them what I know." See the shift? You're not fighting the doubt. You're acknowledging it, and then calmly choosing to focus on a constructive action instead. You're taking back control of the story. This isn't about blind positivity. It's about balanced thinking. Now, this might sound like fake it till you make it, but it goes so much deeper than that. Your body has a direct and powerful impact on your brain. Emotions don't just flow one way, from your mind out to your body. Your body can actually send signals back to your mind that change how you feel. Social psychologists have shown that adopting power poses, standing tall, taking up space, hands on hips, can affect how confident you feel. For instance, before a big pitch, spending 2 minutes in a private space doing a power pose can make a huge difference. It might feel ridiculous, but it can absolutely calm your nerves. And this goes beyond just posing. It's about embodying confidence in your actions. Speak a little more slowly and deliberately. When people are nervous, they speed up, slowing down signals to your brain and to everyone else that you're composed and in control. Make eye contact. Sit up straight. Wear something that makes you feel capable. These aren't superficial tricks. They're part of a feedback loop. When you act confident, your brain starts to believe you are confident. This leads to more confident actions, which reinforces the belief. Action isn't just the result of confidence, it's also the cause. You can literally act your way into feeling better. Try it right now. Sit up a little straighter. Pull your shoulders back. Feel that? That's a sense of control you can tap into anytime. If this is hitting home for you, and you've ever felt that pit in your stomach when self-doubt crashes the party, share in the comments. What's one situation where you'd love to have more of this unshakable confidence? Reading these stories helps everyone here realize they're not alone in this. The fourth step is to completely change your relationship with failure. People with fragile confidence see failure as a final verdict on their worth. They think, "I failed, therefore I am a failure." But people with unshakable confidence see failure as feedback. They think, "I failed, therefore I learned something." This is the heart of what Stanford psychologist Carol Dweck calls a growth mindset. It's the belief that your abilities can be developed through dedication and hard work. With a growth mindset, challenges aren't threats, they're opportunities. Setbacks aren't the end, they're just part of the learning process. So how do you actually do this? You start by consciously reframing every setback. When something doesn't go your way, instead of letting your inner critic have a field day, ask yourself 3 simple questions. What did I learn from this? What's one thing I can do differently next time? What part of this experience, even a tiny part, actually went okay? This immediately shifts you from a state of helpless frustration into active problem solving. It turns a painful event into a productive one. A presentation didn't land perfectly. The lesson is that a stronger opening was needed. A sales call went nowhere. The takeaway is to do better research beforehand. Failure loses its sting because it's no longer a judgment on your character. It just becomes data. It becomes a stepping stone. Unshakable confidence doesn't mean you'll never fail. It means you have a deep down belief that you can handle failure, learn from it, and come back stronger. That resilience is the definition of unshakable. So, to put it all together, building unshakable confidence isn't some magical gift. It's a practical, learnable skill set. First, you become an evidence collector, building a portfolio of proof with small, consistent wins. Second, you reframe your inner critic by turning it from an authority into an advisor, challenging its negativity with calm, rational questions. Third, you use your body to change your mind, using confident posture and actions to create a powerful feedback loop of self-belief. And fourth, you adopt a growth mindset, treating failure not as a verdict, but as valuable data on your path to getting better. Confidence isn't the absence of doubt. It's the courage to move forward despite it. It's the self-trust you build little by little, by keeping small promises to yourself, by showing up even when it's difficult, and by learning from every experience. If you found this video helpful, give it a like to help others discover these insights. Share it with someone who could use a reminder about healthy relationships. And if you're passionate about self-empowerment and personal growth, subscribe for more content like this. Check out the video on screen now, or explore the channel for even more tips and guidance. Thank you for watching.